£390, I made my own for £16. £5 Vinted find and an afternoon of sewing, and this is what I made. I was really inspired by this outfit, but at £390, I made my own for £16, and I'll show you exactly how and what actually makes it look expensive. I have been designing women's wear clothing for well over 10 years, and now I look at clothes differently. I love being able to recreate an outfit for a fraction of the price. This outfit is made out of a shirt and a skirt. The shirt is the complex piece. So I went on the Vinted mission and I found this beautiful organza shirt, which is actually from ASOS, for £4.50. At the end of this video, I'll show you some more options that I found on Vinted. The skirt is actually really simple to make. I found a skirt of a very similar fit, which I already own, which I can simply trace and copy. The next step was fabric searching. I found this organza fabric online for £4.90 a metre. You only need a metre for this. You also need half a metre of black cotton fabric for the underskirt. Try and go for 100% cotton because polycotton actually makes the material look quite stiff. I got half a metre online for £2. I then got a 30cm black nylon zip for the back of the skirt and some black thread. So here is how I made the skirt. The first step is always making the paper pattern. You can always skip this step by purchasing a pattern online. I made my pattern by tracing a skirt I already own, which I know fits well. The best way to trace it is to fold it in half. Remember to add the seam allowance on the edge but not in the middle. You need seam allowance on the hem and then the waistband as well. Once you have laid down the fabric, place your pattern pieces on top of the fabric and pin them down. Now cut your pattern pieces out of the fabric. You need to do the same for the underskirt piece. Now all your pattern pieces are prepared, you are ready to start sewing. Make sure to seam the seams flat. I've put 2 side slits at the front of the skirt. I allowed 2 cm seam allowance so I can double fold for a high-end finish. Here I am pinning the seams down, which I will then top stitch. For a luxurious feel, I use this black bias binding tape to finish the raw edges of the seams, which you can get for about £1 a metre. Once the skirt is made, we are now going to make the underskirt in the same way. Time to attach the 2 skirts together by stitching them along the waist. Next up, we're making and attaching the waistband. Now I have put my zip into the side seam. It is really important to stitch the 2 skirts together along the zip line, as it will make it a lot easier to insert the zip. It will stop the 2 fabrics from sliding. Last piece of the puzzle is stitching the hem and you're good to go. And now it's time for final reveal. So let me break it down. Total cost of the project is £4.50 for the shirt on Vinted, £4.90 for the organza fabric, £2 for the cotton underskirt, £3 for the zip, and £2 for the binding. That's £16.40 for an outfit I made with love. If you want to try this, all the links are below. And if you've never made anything before and this made you think that I could do this, you really could. A simple skirt like this is the perfect starting point. There's plenty of options on Vinted for black organza shirts. So if you go on the app and type black organza shirt, there's a few different options, like you can see here, from a few different brands, and you can choose your favorite one. If you can't find it on Vinted, you can find it on eBay. Comment below if you would like me to share the paper pattern, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. I'll see you next time.